Dear Mr. President, seeing a picture of you in today's newspaper standing in front of a barbecue grilling quail reminded me that I had never sent you the recipe of the drop scones, which I provided you at Balmoral.
A letter from a
Though
queen
the quantities are for
to a
16
president.
people, where there are fewer, I generally put in less milk and flour, but use the other ingredients as stated. We remember with such pleasure your visit to Balmoral. Yours sincerely, Elizabeth R.
The year was 1960. The president was Eisenhower. The Queen was honouring a culinary promise from his visit to Balmoral a year earlier. 6 decades on, the president's granddaughter with an insight into one relationship which fostered something much deeper between two nations.
The way my grandparents chose to mark her first visit to the United States as Queen really underscored the intimacy of this friendship.
Through Manhattan's avenues, that first state visit was a spectacle indeed. Images which nod to a different time.
It was Lower Broadway that supplied the ticker tape snowstorm.
He was the wartime general who became president, and she, the wartime princess who became queen. That was their bond.
It's very moving because World War II was one of those conflicts that really bound people. And at this level, you're talking about the Supreme Allied Commander, the 5-star general eventually who accepts the unconditional surrender of Nazi Germany, and the royal family who had really played an extraordinary role in inspiring Great Britain and the world during this really very dangerous time.
The special relationship, cited so often, grew from here and through so many presidencies too. It was she, not the politicians, who anchored the transatlantic friendship. And Susan Eisenhower remembers the start of it.
She stayed in the White House quarters themselves. My grandparents insisted that she be treated like a guest of the family. My grandmother promptly dubbed it the Queen's bedroom and brought it into a special category, really, where only the most important guests for the President and First Lady would allow anyone to stay in.
Years later, they would meet again. It was 2007, the fifth and what would be the Queen's last state visit to America.
I found myself at the head table. I was in shock.
Your Majesty, thank you for your words tonight and for the love and affection you have shown the American people over many years.
You know, I'm going to miss this woman very much. It's so interesting. I know all of Americans feel that way, but she was really kind of a queen to all of us and a real North Star for us.
Her role was always undefined, but her impact undeniable. America's affection and affinity for the Queen and for Britain remains palpable here. Mark Stone, Sky News in the United States.